but one of them will be a lie. Oh, baby, they call me Wrinkled Shirt Chenzo.
This is Vinny, otherwise known as Nintendo or Original 151, and he's the entire reason I'm here today. Years ago, when we first moved out of my childhood home, I had to find a brand new job, brand new friends, and in some instances, brand new hobbies. I had watched various Twitch streamers over the years, but had never really found myself to be a regular in any of their streams. But on March 14th, 2017, while it was on lunch break at work, I found Vinny. He was playing Mario Bros. 3, and I instantly fell in love with his energy. From the high energetic positive attitude and welcoming personality, he stuck with me far better than any content creator still has to this day. Over the course of about a month and a half of watching him, I decided I would give it a shot. And on March 25th, 2017, I went live for the very first time onto YouTube. The first year was definitely an interesting one. YouTube was heavily pushing their new YouTube gaming platform, and the game I decided to play was in a very interesting situation. Few creators, but a solid audience. Over the course of a couple months, I built up a small following with that game before moving on to a variety of content. All these early streams came with the expected poorly balanced audio, odd stream delays, lack of schedule, you know the drill. Eventually, I met a few other guys by the name of I Don't Know Games and Sam Koopa of Team Koopa Gaming. We would eventually embark on a journey through the MMO of Dragon Nest. Every Monday at midnight, we'd play for about 2 to 3 hours, and we all had a fantastic time. That is, until Sam was tragically killed in a car accident on February 18th, 2018. Nearly 7 years ago to the day. I do my best to emulate what his channel was about, turning a bad game into a good time. Though in my case, I do what I can to see the light during bad times. In the summer of 2018, I made the move over to Twitch, where I've remained to this day. Starting out with Realm of the Mad God, a roguelike MMO, it was a similar situation to YouTube. Few content creators, but a dedicated audience. It was during these first few Twitch streams that I met some of my closest friends to this day who have been with me every step of the way. Twitch really ended up becoming my home, though I never truly left YouTube either. From uploading VODs to breaking streams down into little episodes, I started to get into a little groove with balancing work and streaming. In September of 2019, a game that I had been playing very actively for the previous year had been shut down. It was then that I decided to truly move into variety and played whatever I wanted. Shortly after that, however, multiple different games I had tried and enjoyed also got shut down. Survived By, which was another bullet hell roguelike MMO much like Realm of the Mad God, made it into early access and then swiftly got shut down within 3 weeks. It was such a shame. I had a blast during the closed alpha with some of my friends. Less than a year after that, Steambird's Alliance had also shut down. This was another roguelike MMO, and it was actually made by the original developers for Realm of the Mad God. Thankfully, no game since then has fully shut down. Fingers crossed. "2020 was a big one for all of us. The pandemic hit, lockdowns ensued, and mental health tanked across the board. And I was no exception. It was in early 2020 that I took an extended break from streaming and content overall. It definitely helped, however, as when I came back about 2 months later, I felt fully refreshed and ready to tackle it all again. I started to venture out into even more game genres other than just roguelikes. This was the year I started playing games like BioShock, Outer Worlds, and Borderlands. 2021, I had achieved something that no other Realm of the Mad God streamer or creator had achieved at the time that I know of. I had become partnered with the company that weren't the owners of the game. Now, granted, this company is now no longer around, and I would rather not talk about them. For the most part, 2021 came and by without much issue. 2022 was honestly a pretty difficult year. Not necessarily for motivation or mental health or lack of games. In fact, 2022, I played 2 of my favorite games to this day, Death's Door and Omori. Omori was such a masterful game that left its mark in a way completely unintended. On November 21st, 2022, less than an hour after I finished Omori, I got the word that my aunt and godmother had passed away from cancer. To this day, I can never return to the alternate path of Omori as my brain mixes the two events together. 2023 was when I really stepped up my YouTube content. I started making scripted content for indie games that had impacted my life. It helped me with script writing, and it helped me learn how to edit. 2023 was also the year that I made it to the top 100 in the Respawn recruits, the highest that I had made yet. 2024 came and went. I continued with scripted videos, learned new editing tricks, and even found some new visual effects for the live streams. This was also the year that I'd achieved one of my longest lasting goals that wasn't directly related to content. I had officially become a closed tester for Realm of the Mad God, something I had applied to multiple times and even actually got falsely accepted once. And now it's 2025, almost marking the 8th year of content for me. What's in store for the Game Corner? Well, you'll just have to wait and find out.